grit beats talent every single time. Introducing the new BFGoodrich all-terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BFGoodrich, what are you building for?
The international race attracts drivers and off-road racing enthusiasts from all over the world.
Off-road racing is important to Baja Designs because, simply put, it tests the envelope and it clearly makes or breaks the progression aspect of what we do and why we do it. The racers out here are the 1% pushing it to its full potential. This is a proving ground for every aspect of lighting.
Alexander Ford, Yuma's best new vehicle dealer, is celebrating Black Friday all month with a 2025 Ford F-150 Crew Cab STX, just $40,749, save nearly $6,000. Or drive a Bronco Big Ben, just $43,999. A Bronco Sport, just $28,499. Or the final 25 Escapes, discounted nearly $8,000 to $26,999. See them all at BillAlexanderFord.com and ask about your $500 military rebate. Alexander Ford, a difference you can count on.
All right, welcome back, everybody. We are here once again for your next Method Race Wheels Fishgistics live update presented by Fox Shocks. This is the 2025 Baja 1000. This is the big one. We have 854 miles to go today in order to complete the Baja 1000. It's about 1,000 kilometers. So people say, how come the Baja 1000 isn't 1,000 miles? Well, technically it's in Baja. Everything goes by kilometers. It is about 1,000 kilometers. Some years it's actually more. Some years it's 1,200 miles when it's a peninsula run. So it's not always 1,000 miles. It goes more some years. Some years it's a little less. No matter what it is, it's tough. Even this 854 miles, trust me, it's going to feel like more than 1,000 miles by the time these guys get to the finish line. So it's no easy task. All right, let's go over and let's see what's going on. We got some updates for you guys. So we have, let's see, let's look where our bikes are. We got our lead bikes. Let me refresh real quick. Give it a second here. And then our lead bikes are up on the northern end of the loop above 3 poles. You can see the 7X, they've got a bit of a bigger lead now. So the 7X, Tyler Lynn there is in the lead. We got the 1X. Pretty much it's just been those two guys. Oh, but look, it hasn't updated for 9 minutes. So that's probably why the lead's a little bigger. Once that updates again, it'll be a little bit closer like it was previously, I would think. So 7X and 1X, those are your two lead bikes. Let's see if we can find your lead quad. Hold on, wait for it to refresh. All right, here we go. So we got the 119X down here, 400X. 119's moved up a bit. Maybe their tracker wasn't working earlier. 138, Gabriel, lead quad. Second quad, the 116A. So that is second quad, 338 and 308. All right, let's look at a couple of the Ironman while we're on bikes. We got, oh, Larry Senna, look at his gap has closed big time. So I don't know if Larry's had a problem. Did you guys see, did he stop for a little while maybe? His lead has been getting smaller and smaller. Maybe he came out a little hot and he's getting tired now because he's almost caught by the 790 Eric Estrada. Last time we looked, there was a ways between them and now there's not. So I don't know if Larry had a problem or what, but he's almost not leading the Ironman class anymore physically. Now we have, check this out. We just got a video and I'll post it after this update. But the 776 Gregory, that's the 1980 125, is still moving. You can see he's on the highway there. He's about to get to mile 300. He's about to head into the Catavina section in a minute. And once this stupid refresh thing comes up, I need to unclick this auto refresh in a second here. Okay, turn this off until we're done. So that's annoying. So the 776 is moving. He just left a pit. Some guys, they had some problem with his carburetor, I think they said. Let me see. What did he say? They had... I'll let you know. We just talked to the Sam guy that was in the pit. He said he was having some carb issues. So they got him going at race mile 300, right where he is right now. He just pulled out of a pit. I got a video of him in the pit and leaving. Thanks to the guys there that helped him out. Pretty cool. It wasn't even his pit, I don't think. I think this was just random guys that he stopped at. That's what's cool about Baja. You can literally stop anywhere and anybody will help you. If you see someone down there, even if it's not your own crew, you pull over and they help you. So that's what's going on in the moto category. Now, let's go to the big boys, the leaders. Look at this. What the heck kind of race do we have here? Look at this gap between these guys. We got the one, and I'm going to go to the Racing Redefined app because it's better for showing the tracker live. I mean, look at how close this is between these guys. We have the 1 and the 94 literally on each other's bumper. 94, Christopher Polvardi and Bryce Menzies' truck, still first on the road, but Alan Impudia has closed the gap. So Alan has turned it up a little bit, or Christopher has turned it down a little bit. I don't know which way, but one of those two ways has happened because the one is right behind the 94. Paul Wheel is hanging right there with both of them. So pretty cool to see. And see, what mile are we at here? This is mile, I don't even know what mile this is. We're not at mile, where are we at? 200? Is that still Paul in there? Did we see Toby get back in yet? Let's go look at their camera real quick. Where's Paul Wheels? Let's see.
Right 5, straight long.
See if Toby's back in here yet, or if it's still Paul. So I think that's still Paul in there.
Good. Straight long.
Yeah, that's still going to be Paul. All right, so that is Paul Wheel right there with Brent Bowman calling out the notes. So Paul Wheel is right there. Like we said, he's hanging right with these guys. So check this out. That is the race 1, 2, 3 physical right there. And then not far behind them, we have Tavo Vadosila right there. And then we got the 70. That's Kevin Thompson there. Then we got Robbie Gordon, who's picked it up a little bit, but he's still kind of holding back Andy here. I mean, Andy is, if we could talk to Andy right now, I guarantee you he's pissed. I wish he had an in-car camera, but I don't see, we saw Luke's camera, but Dan's camera never came on today. So I don't know if they didn't turn it on or they had a problem with the Starlink or something. And I'm just looking again over here on the left. Yeah, we had Luke McMillan's on earlier, but his isn't working again now either, I don't think, right? Let's see. Yeah, Luke says reconnect here. So Luke's is down. Bryce's one camera is down, but his other one's working here, you can see still. So we'll see if his other one comes back up. He does have multiple. So if you look at his YouTube stream, his camera's still up. So make sure you guys load Bryce's YouTube stream because that has his helicopter and his in-car live. They go back between both of them. So that's what's going on between both of them there. Let me move out of the way real quick. You can see Justin Davis down here. This is going to be your first spec truck right here. So Justin Davis, first spec truck. He is soloing the race. So it looks like he's still running well. He's got a long way to go solo, that's for sure. Let's see if we have Travis Williams. I think they're at their next spot. Let's see. They're at mile. We'll see if we get him to jump on. We might get an update for you guys. So they're at 262 right now. I think that Travis Williams and them are around 270. So we should have them jumping on with us in just a minute. And we'll be able to see the leader come by. Let me see. I'm going to tell him to come on the feed. Yeah, so let's see. All right, we're waiting for Travis Williams to come on. We're going to have you guys another one. Let's see, Racing Redefined app under Dan. It's got a camera there. Okay, so if you go to, let's see, where is Dan McMillan here? View videos. There we go. Okay, perfect. Thanks, Trophy Burrow. So if you're on the Racing Redefined app, here's Dan's camera. So look at this. Just like we said, Andy is stuck in Robbie Gordon's dust. He's been in his dust all freaking day, and he can't get around him. That is how hard it is to make passes in Baja. I mean, look, you can see him. He's right there. He's, what is that, 20 seconds in front of him? Not even 20 seconds. So pretty cool to see this racing going on. Let's see. Does he have live in-car audio? I like it. Andy's got the music going. Did you guys hear that? I'm going to turn it back on in a second. That is Brady Thompson calling out the notes, but listen to the music. They're also listening to music while they're racing.
Right 5. Still right 5. Left 4. Now left 5. Left 5. Let's go right 3 tight.
All right, that is pretty cool. So if you guys get the Racing Redefined app, go watch videos under Dan McMillan, and you can see Andy trying to get around Robbie Gordon right now while he's rocking the tunes. So that's pretty cool. I wonder what kind of playlist they got going on. Maybe Andy can share his playlist with us later. Does that get him? Do you guys like listening to music during the race? I don't know. We were talking about that during qualifying. I personally don't think I'd like it during the race because I'd want to hear everything that's going on the truck. But I guess maybe it keeps you calm and focused too. So whatever works, right? Pretty cool. But all right, we'll check back on him in a little bit. But yeah, he's literally sitting in Robbie's dust all day so far today. So hopefully he can get around him soon, because he's gonna have to get around him if he wants to run these front guys down. I mean, look at the gap just by looking at the tracker right there. You can see there's a bit of a gap. The 70 hasn't updated in 3 minutes, but look at the gap between the 5 and everyone else. 23 is right on the 5, as we just saw in the video. So yeah, it's like 90s and 2000s pop. Well, I guess if you're racing the Baja 1000, you have a long time to listen to music, so you're really going to have to mix it up and have a long playlist, because that's going to be hours and hours that your playlist is going to have to go. What do we got going on the score feed? We got someone else is stuck. Let me see here. Hold on. All right, this is the score feed. Who do we have stuck now? Oh, and they went away from it right as I was going to show it. We've had a couple people stuck on the beach. We had Gomez that was stuck earlier. JP Gomez was buried. And then we have another car stuck right now. It's still Gomez, I think, that's actually there. So Gomez, JP came to the beach and they got stuck. This is Tavo coming by with the most awesome paint job in the world. That's real paint, by the way. If you guys haven't seen that truck in person, you got to look at it. I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen pictures of it. It's freaking cool. So shout out to Tavo once again on the paint job. That's paint, not a wrap, which is pretty cool. But this is the score live feed on YouTube. I was going to show you guys the truck that's stuck, but then they went away from it. So there's your leader right there. There's Christopher Polvardi, who we were just talking about. He is in first place. He is, yeah, it's JP Gomez still there. Okay, so nothing new on the beach, just JP Gomez stuck. But there's Christopher Polvardi. We should be able to see Alan Ampudia behind him. If the helicopter zooms out a little bit, we can probably see how close he is, because I believe he's only about 30 seconds behind him. Let's see. Let's minimize this for a second. Go back to Alan's video. Open Allen's, and you can see the dust is right there. Let's see when he comes over this rise if we can see. All right, where is he? Okay, he's a little bit up there still. Might be a little more than 30 seconds. You can kind of tell where the dust is just coming off the ground. Yeah, he's a little more than 30 seconds probably. Definitely less than a minute, though, ahead. So real good racing going on out front. Christopher Polvardi trying to hold off Alan Ampudia right now. You can see this is from Bryce Menzies' helicopter, so that is probably Justin in there shooting the video with the shot over camera, which is awesome. These guys make some of the best videos out there. They're only pre-run videos that I watch, by the way, because they are not trying to influence people. They're not trying to be cool. They're just down there having fun and racing. So shout out to Justin for keeping it real on the non-influencer videos. I like that a lot better. But that is Bryce Menzies right there. He is he's in Bryce Menzies' truck. Christopher Polvardi driving, obviously. Justin's in the helicopter. What else do we got here? What other videos? I just get stuck on this video page forever. It's so awesome. We used to just have the dots on the tracker, and that's all I could talk about. But now it's we got so much to talk about now. I can't even keep up with everything. So there we go. This is Paul Wheel and behind the wheel right now. Paul Wheel behind the wheel with Brent Bauman in there. Let's listen in.
Left 3 tight. Right 3 sweep. Right left. Left 4. Right 4. Left 3. Right 3.
All right, so that's a look real quick in with Paul Wheel. All right, let's go back to the tracker. We got to give you guys some updates. It's been 15 minutes. Let's go check on a couple other classes real quick. There's just so much to talk about now. It's tough to get everything in. All right, trophy truck spec. Let's show you trophy truck spec. Like we said, Justin Davis is out front, but look at this. Right behind him, oh, we got Travis Williams them coming on. Stand by. What's up, guys?
Hey, Chris.
What's going
We're
on?
at 270. First truck's coming through.
First truck's coming through. All right.
First truck's coming through. All right.
Who do we got? All right, this should be Polvardi. That would have been Polvardi. It looks like your connection's not quite as good as earlier. Are you guys on the Starlink?
No, yeah, we're using the Starlink, but we had to walk about 50 yards from the helo.
Oh,
So,
well, the connection's not quite as good as earlier.
yeah, sorry, we were standing right next to it earlier. So
That's okay.
Polvardi's right there. Second place is right here.
All right, so this should be
So it's
Allen.
tight.
What do you think the gap is? 10 seconds, 15 seconds? What kind of gap?
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, 10 to 15 max. And third place is coming down the hill, probably minute, maybe 60 to 90 seconds back.
Okay. Cool. All right. Well, the video's not very good, but thanks for the splits because we were just looking at their in cars and we couldn't tell how close they were. So you guys just heard it. Ampudia is only about 15 seconds back, and then third place is that's Paul Wheel. He's only about a minute back from first, right, or from second.
Yeah, probably 90 seconds now looking. So,
Okay.
yeah, it's about a minute and a half.
All right. Well, really good racing. The top five. You're gonna have Tavo, and then you're gonna have Luke McMillan next, and then there's a bit of a gap.
Copy.
All right, we're gonna go back to the tracker because we can't see too much on your screen. But thanks for trying there.
All right, Rich. Sorry about that, bud. We'll get closer next time.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, bye.
All right, well, there you go. We had an update at least on time, so we got to know what the time was. So about 15 seconds between them. So cool. Thanks to those guys for doing that. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? The trophy truck two-wheel drive is what I want to show you. We just talked about the specs, right? We got the 85 and the 82 right there. And then we have, let's see, behind them, hang on one second. All right, hold on one second. We're getting an update for you guys. All right, so first and second, Justin Davis, Brent Fox. Then we have Jack Olagus and EJ Herbst really close together, and then Mike Mersal. So really close race in trophy truck specs still, like always. I mean, all these races are so damn close nowadays. All right, trophy truck. We got to load all the trophy trucks, and then we have. Do we know why Lofton isn't there? I know Lofton just had his wife just had a baby, I believe. So they have a newborn, is what I heard from somebody else. So most likely that's why Justin Lofton's not here. He just had a kid. So he's probably at home with a newborn. So that's probably a good reason to have to miss the Baja 1000, I guess. All right, looking for the T's right here. We have 16T and we have 9T. Now look, the 9T hasn't updated for 2 minutes. So this is a really close race between Cameron Steele and look who's right behind him. Oh, hasn't updated for 6 minutes. The 82 could actually be in front of Cameron Steele when we get a new update. Let me try and refresh this. And look at that. The 82T is in front of Cameron Steele, and they haven't updated for 3 minutes on this one, so they're even more in front. The 9 has updated. So this is your running order for the two-wheel drive trophy truck. 82T Sam Baldy is going to be physically first. Cameron Steele is going to be physically second. And then Ethan Ebert is going to be physically third. That is your running order right now in the two-wheel drive trophy trucks. So pretty good race between them. And then it comes back to the 19T in fourth, and then the 26T Dave Taylor is in fifth. So good race there between the two-wheel drive trophy trucks, which is pretty exciting because if you notice, the two-wheel drives are a ways behind the lead all-wheel drive. So really, it is kind of not very competitive in the short races. This is, what are we, 300 and how many miles are we in? 300 and 273. All-wheel drives already have a pretty big lead. So like we said, Polvardi out there, two-wheel drive, good race. You got 5 two-wheel drives really close together there, and then you have 5 all-wheel drives really close together right there. So good race in both classes. Even in the spec trucks, we had 5 spec trucks that were really close together as well. So that's what we're looking like right now. Like we said, Luke McMillan is up there with Rob McCachran. Any one of these guys can win. It's way early in this race. Who knows who's going to win this race? All right, let's go look at class 11 because we haven't updated them in a little bit, and we always got to check on class 11. So we have, they're spreading out. Eric Sloronzo, who has been racing a long time, very long time, all the way back to Dust to Glory days, probably before that. 11:11 is first physical. And then second, we have Ralph, the 11:03. Third is not moving, not good, Christopher. And then fourth is going to be Arthur, who's been stopped all day. If we look at the other class 11, he got moving a little bit. I think he move a little bit. I don't think he was right there last time we looked. May have moved a couple miles, but not very far. So not very good for a lot of the class 11s today. I think our best hope at this point, I mean, we have a long way to go, but the 11:11 looks pretty good and the 11:03 looks good. The rest of these guys got some issues right now. So Eric is definitely our best hope right now for finishing in time. The time limit is 36 hours from the time that you start, not the first car that starts. So definitely definitely a lot of racing to go. 36 hours. That is a day and a half that you have to finish this course in a class 11 car. So long time. All right, let's go back. We'll check on Andy again. What's he listening to now?
Left 3, rocks both narrow. Left rock in left.
We got some Limp Bizkit going now. All right.
Rocks right.
All right, got Limp Bizkit going again. And yeah, we don't want to get flagged by YouTube on this, so we can't play it very long. That might be why Score is not playing their video either today, because technically nowadays with streaming the music in the background like that, there's scanners, little spiders will pick that up and they'll flag it, and that you don't have the rights to be playing the music. So it's a pain in the ass. So it's cool for them in the car. Bad for streaming, because if you're trying to do it on YouTube, you're probably going to get flagged for the music in the background if you play it for more than, like, was it 15 or 20 seconds or something. So but there's Andy still sitting in the dust. I mean, he is so mad right now. I wish we could listen to the audio longer. We can, just not on here. I don't want to stream it for you guys. So go to Racing Redefined app and go watch this if you want to see Andy sit behind Robbie. Hopefully he can get around him eventually. Dan's going to be getting in a little bit too. I'm not going to tell you guys exactly what mile he's getting in, but Dan will be getting in there in a little bit and taking over from Andy. I think that's it for this update. I mean, you guys, like I said, go watch watchparty.cc. You can watch everyone's cameras right here. Most of them are working, so pretty cool. A couple of them aren't working. Maybe they'll come back on later. Luke's isn't working right now. Maybe it'll start working again later. And then Bryce's is working if you use his helicopter one that's on YouTube, not the other one. The other feed right here in the middle is not working for some reason right now. All right. Well, that is our 2 p.m. update for you guys. We will be back at 3 o'clock with your next update. Until then, let's just actually go see. No, we don't have any more through here. Okay, so at 3 o'clock, we'll have split times at race mile 283 for you, too. We can look real quick. Let's go away from Andy's video for a second. Let's go look at the Racing Redefined times and see who's where. I'm going to back it up a couple miles here. All right, if I go back to mile 260, which is just about 15 miles ago, Alan Impudia is first place on time. Second place on time is Toby Price. He's 1 minute and 14 seconds back. Tavo Vidosla is third on time, 1 minute 58 back. And then Kevin Thompson, 8 minutes back. Robbie, 12 minutes back. And Andy McMillan, 12 and a half minutes back. Like I said, there's just getting held up right here. So we're getting a bit of a gap. You can see it's really only close between the top three right now. You don't want to let these guys get away too much either, because I mean, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, that's going to be hard to make up in this race. I don't even know if you'd be able to, honestly, unless those top guys have a problem. I mean, Luke's going to be getting in and Dan's going to be getting in, so it's their own trucks. They're probably going to push a little bit harder than Rob and Andy right now, because their job is to get the truck to the owners of the trucks in good condition and, of course, in a good spot. But when you're being held up, it's tough to do that. So there you go. All right. Well, we will see you guys in a bit, and that is JP Gomez is still stuck on the beach. So if we go over and look at the score feed, of course we went away from it as soon as I was going to show you guys, but yeah, JP Gomez not having a good day. They're still there on the rocks on the beach, so bummer for them. It's going to be tough to get them out of there. I mean, they're literally going like 5 feet at a time. It's tough on the beach. All right. Come back at 3 o'clock. We'll be back here with your next Fishgistics update for you guys in just about 35 minutes.